there is a new tool on the block that's going to take out your kubectl, your kubectl, your kubecontrol, whatever you choose to call it. Hopefully you don't call it kubectl, because let's be honest. That is not what it's called, but you can call it any of the other things that you so choose. Leave a comment in the bottom if you call it kubectl. Yep, go ahead, leave a comment. Promise, probably won't make fun of you. All right, so what is this tool that we're talking about? Now, kubectl is a fantastic tool. I want to start by there. I also want you to understand that if you're going to take the exams, you can't use some of these other tools. There are some other tools. There's Lens. There's some things like that that you can leverage. But we're not talking about Lens. We're not talking about kubectl. We're going to talk about a tool called k9s. Now, why have I decided that this tool is so great? Well, if you check it out here, you can see that we have two different clusters in our cube context, and we have a bunch of pods and stuff running in them. And I find myself running watch commands on my cluster, on my pods, on my things quite a bit, and then trying to describe those things or get the logs from them. And doing those things, describing things, watching things, and getting the logs, k9s makes very, very simple. Now, I want to share with you just some of the very basic getting started, like how to launch k9s, and maybe even how to get out of k9s, because I know somebody's going to get stuck in it. So you can launch k9s from the command line by just typing k9s. Well, once you install it, of course. I'm on Arch. I'm sure you can find the install instructions for whatever one you are. This is just showing off a cool tool that I found, and I hope that you guys enjoy these types of things where we find and explore tools together. Now, this is basic Vim Lite. I'm going to say Vim Lite controls. So J and K are your up and down in here, okay? And enter and escape are basically enters go into, escape is go back out of, okay? Those are the very basic commands. All the other more difficult ones are right at the top. You can see in the blue. So basically, if we're wanting to see the logs of this pod, we can just hit L. And there we go. Now this is showing all the logs. And if you notice, if we go back, we hit escape. If you notice that this has 2 of 2. So basically, this means that this actually has 2 containers running. So we could actually hit enter. And we can see, you know, it actually had 3 containers. We had an init container, and we have these 2 containers currently running. And so we could get the logs specifically of this container. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you can kind of see how deep you are into this. So we're in pods, containers, and now the logs of that container. Pretty cool. All right, let's go back. But this is just pods. Can we see anything else? Absolutely. So just like Vim, you can do colon, and then you could do, let's do services. And here's our service for that. Now that I have a service though, how would I describe this? You just hit D and we can see this. And so we can see that we're in the bottom right hand corner, we are on a service and we're describing it. Pretty cool. All right, and we hit escape to go back. And we're back here. Now, the cool thing here is it also lets you flip through namespaces really quickly, and it discovers all your namespaces for you. So if you see at the top right-hand corner, I actually wish, if I had one comment, if I had one little nitpick, is that this would be 1 indexed, not 0 indexed. Because 0's on the opposite end of the keyboard. I don't know one keyboard with 0 on the left-hand side. So this means that I can hit 1, 2, 3, and 4, and get all of these different namespaces and watch those things. But to get all, I have to hit the other side. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's fine. It works. So here's all of our services across the cluster. And, you know, we could just pick one of these. Let's see our cert manager one and hit D. We can describe it. Cool. Now we can go back here and we could go back to pods, or let's do deployments. Deployments. And you can see here's all of our deployments in all namespaces, but we really just want to see what's in Argo CD. Well done. That's pretty simple. That's pretty awesome. I think this is a fantastic tool that allows you to do a lot of stuff like this, where you can just hit D on this and describe this service as it is. Use J and K to go up and down. Hit escape to go back. Really quick and really easy. You want to change your context. You want to look at a different Kubernetes cluster because, you know, this one is at our K0 cluster. You can do it. It's giving you a ton of information about your cluster, but let's switch to a different cluster. Again, context, You have to actually type the whole thing, but it does have tab completion. So you can see there, I can hit tab and it completes it for me. So here's our two contexts, and we can switch to our k9 cluster that's running locally. So this allows you to flip back and forth between all these different things, and you can see this is actively watching these things. So it's actively sitting there, basically doing a while loop for you. So if you wanted to be watching for something, you wanted to be sitting here watching the logs for this service, you can be doing that quickly and easily. This is K9s. I think it's a fantastic tool, and I think it's there for you guys. Now, this is not me hating on any other tool. This is me having some fun. This tool is fun. It's nice to use, and if you're using Kubernetes, I highly recommend you give it a look, give it a check, as we sometimes say, and let me know what you think of it, and let me know what your favorite Kubernetes tool is, and maybe I'll also cover that in one of these Mighty Mini Mondays and let everybody else know about it. Sometimes it can be really frustrating because we just don't know about the tool that's released, and we need just somebody to introduce us to it. That's what this is for. This is what I'm doing right now. Here's your little null introduction to the K9s tool. And for those of you who are stuck here asking how do I get out of K9s? There is no way. There is nothing. No way. Well, there is. There is. :Q. :Q. Now, I also wanted to say that this actually allows you to do a lot more stuff. You can actually edit these things. You can hit E, and you can jump in here and edit these things just like you would in Vim. So you can use Vim right here to edit a resource. Cool. You can do a bunch of stuff straight from here. So you can attach, you can get the logs, you can get a shell, you can do a bunch of stuff, and you can even hit in, which I like, because you can actually show the node that thing's running on. Now this is, again, running in k9s, so it's running on this one. But it has a bunch of little features like that are just going to help empower you, help make things faster. And really, it's been quite fantastic. I've really, really, really enjoyed it. You can put this in a tab in tmux or something like that, so you can just flip to it whenever you want to interact with your cluster, and it's already sitting there ready and waiting for you. It's actually pretty fantastic. Been loving it. I hope you guys love it too. Hope you like this. Have fun. Container responsibly. That's weird. Anyways, if you like this video, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know that you liked it. If you have a tool, please, again, leave a comment letting me know. And if you did not like this video, if you do not like learning about new tools that could speed up and make you more productive as a software engineer, letting you do the things that you would like to do, then go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, stick around, and learn about other tools that you'll hate to use that speed up your workflows.